Hello, friends. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel, Shave and Solitude. Today's video is going to be something a little different. I'm not going to be doing any reviews of any product. I'm not going to be talking about one, two, three pass shave. I want to share something about my journey into this particular world. So, I was born in the early 1970s. That means I'm roughly a little above 50 years of age. So I've been shaving for a while. Now, obviously, like most of us in this particular journey for the many years past, I started with a regular cartridge system. Mac 3 and Mac 2 and Fusion 5 and all of that. And it's been around a couple of years that I moved away from that into regular safety razor shaving. So it's been around 2 years. Over these past 2 years, I've gone ahead and I've you know got a lot of shaving creams, splashes, razors. I think I've spent close to five figures. My wife's going to kill me for that. But now that I have been through that particular journey, I think for me it is time to share some of the learnings which I have and share with you. Probably this is more of a video to my younger self, so to speak, on if I had to go ahead and do this thing again, what would I be doing differently? I'm hoping that this video is going to go ahead and help some people who are getting into this journey as well. So, some of the things which I would do differently, I'm hoping that they will learn from it. Probably it will help them as well. So I think the first thing that you need to figure out is what is shaving to you? Is it more of a daily routine, like when you brush your teeth, or do you actually enjoy it? The reason that I'm trying to go ahead and say that is if it's just a daily task, then it makes the job a lot more simpler for you. You need the basic stuff. I'm hoping that the videos that I create, there are a lot of other people on YouTube which create the same thing, where they're talking about technique, and that is all that you pretty much need to learn if it's just a normal daily task for you. If it is something more than that, then you will need to spend a little bit more time. Try to lean into it. Don't rush it. This is a journey, right? You don't need to rush to, oh, you know what, I need to buy so many soaps, I need to buy so many razors. You don't need to, my friend. So lean into it, don't rush it, don't be in a rush to reach the destination, enjoy the journey. Okay, the next point I wanted to go ahead and talk about is slow down. What I mean by that is the first and foremost thing that you should do when you're starting off shaving, even if you just shave because it's a task or you shave because it's a hobby, slow down. Learn the technique first. Learn that the critical thing while using a safety razor is pressure, pressure, pressure. That's the only thing, guys. That's the only thing that you need to learn. Angle and all that will come to you. Trust me. Pressure is the only thing that you need to take a look at, because just by the definition of how we have been shaving using a cartridge system where you press it down on your face, in this particular style of shaving, you just put minimal pressure, just enough for the blade to sit on your face and then shave with it. So if there's only one thing that you need to practice, not for the first few days, but I would say for the first few months, is just the technique. Number two, when I'm also saying about slow down, I'm saying slow down about buying new gear, buying new stuff, right? See, all you basically need, and that is probably what most of the people will need. You'll need one razor, you'll need one soap, one splash, one brush, and in case if you want to, lather in the bowl, you'll need one bowl. That's all that you need. You don't need multiple razors, you don't need multiple soaps. You might say, hey, but I will go through my soaps. We will get to that as well in terms of how much product do you actually need. But go slow. Relish what you have, cherish the moments. Don't get into the whole thing of buying stuff right away. And please, please do not get into the entire FOMO mode, fear of missing out. You know, remember, all successful products, right? An excellent soap, an excellent splash, an excellent razor, they will always come back, right? Some of them might be a release for the particular season or whatever have you. They'll always come back. So don't go ahead and follow this entire FOMO bit, because at the end of the day, the only person that's going to suffer is going to be you, because you're going to probably buy stuff that you don't. So, that brings me to the next thing, which is how much product do you actually need? You will be surprised. So, typically these days, when you buy one of the nicer shave soaps, apart from Sterling soaps makes things in a 5.8-ounce jar for a phenomenal price. I don't know how they do it, but thank you so much for them to going ahead and doing that. For all the rest of the shaving soaps that you buy, I'm not going to take names, but you know what I'm talking about. Typically, you will spend around 20, 25, 28, 30 bucks for a 4-ounce jar. And that 4-ounce jar is basically 113 grams. So the maximum, if you're shaving on a daily basis, you need 3 shave tubs in the year. That's it. You go through it, and if you just go ahead and stick with that, you will learn to appreciate what you have. The product will remain fresh. And once you've finished your round of 3 soaps for the year, or let's say 4 soaps for the year, then next year you can go ahead and buy more stuff. Don't look at the amount of shave gear many of us YouTubers have. We are a little bit of a crazy lot. We get into this, we have multiple jars of soap, splashes, razors. Normal people do not have that. Okay, so keep it simple. You don't need to go down that particular route. So now that we are on the topic of shape soap and how much you need and all that, let's talk about the actual thing which I don't think many of us want to talk about. I mean, we know it's true, but somewhere I think we would like to fool ourselves that it's not, which is the law of diminishing returns. So I think we've reached a stage in this entire shaving space where most of the shave products are actually quite good. I'm not talking about the shaving foams, though. Please don't use shaving foams. But most of the shave products are actually quite good. The difference between the different shave products of different companies, I think the overall delta from A to B is not that big. It's minimal. And if you're having trouble, being able to build a lather with a particular soap, and I have faced this as well. I think the problem is with me, where I'm still learning how to build the lather with the soap rather than the problem with the soap by itself, and say, hey, you know what? I need to go ahead and buy something new. So you will be surprised at how good a simple product like Proraso shaving cream in a tube is. I prefer this rather than the one in the tub. In one of the future videos, I will do a shave with it, and you'll be able to see that it builds a luxurious lather, creamy, residual slickness is great. And this huge tub costs only 10 bucks. In the similar way, aftershave splashes, right? We see the ones again, 3.3 ounce, 100 mil, 20 bucks, 25 bucks. They're good, but you don't need them. For example, the Clubman Pinard um, entire range that they have. I think this is like for 7 or 8 bucks. Phenomenal stuff. You might say, hey, you know what? I want nice post shave feel. For that, all you need is something as simple as a Cremo post shave balm. Again, I think it's like 5 or 6 bucks. Couple of dabs, put it on your face, you're good. I know. I am not for one moment saying that those fancy products are not good. They are good. All I'm saying is you don't need them to get a very, very nice shave. If you want to, it's your money. You want to go down that route, please do. But somebody starting off in this particular journey, all I'm saying is you don't need it. The next point is don't blame the tools. Let me tell you what I mean about it. Let's say you're new to this particular journey, right? You're still trying to figure things out. You buy a razor and you shave with it and you have a rough shave and you feel the problem is with the razor, right? I mean, that is what we all like to feel. The problems with the razor, the problems with the blade, the problems with the shaving cream. We never think even once. Probably the problem is with me not practicing and learning the technique enough. So, my suggestion to people starting off in this journey, or even to my old self, I wish I could do that, is just because something isn't working, it's not that it's bad. Learn to use the tool. Practice with the razor multiple times. Get your technique down. That is what's going to change your shave rather than the products. In the similar way, people say buy a blade sampler. Yeah, it is good, but the problem with that again is people take out a blade, they put it in a razor, it gives a rough shave. Oh, it's a terrible blade. No, most of the blades they cut very well. Yeah, some of them might be slightly milder, some of them might be slightly sharper. But let's say you've had a rough shave, that is because you probably paired a sharp blade with poor technique. You pressed down too much, or the blade gap that you used was too high. So, again, practice the technique, get used to your razor, shave multiple times before going ahead and buying new things, saying that your current stuff does not work. As a last point, let's talk about a few things like budgeting, when to buy, where to buy, you know, samples and stuff like that. So, see, it is very easy to lose track once you move from treating shaving as a daily routine to a hobby. You know, you quickly start buying a lot of stuff, and probably stuff which makes you happy as soon as you get the box and you open it. But you know, somewhere what I also want to say is getting that dopamine hit through retail therapy is good. We all like it. But just make sure that it's not hiding something else. Like you're facing a different problem somewhere else and you're trying to solve it through, oh, you know what, I'll have a great shave. Yes, the great shave will really help you, but it'll make you feel good. But it will not take care of what you're trying to move away from. So if you take me as your friend, my thing is do this, but focus on what you're trying to run away from as well, because that needs to be fixed. Now, it can be anything like you have a terrible job, you have a terrible boss, you don't you don't have friends, you're having a tough marriage. All of these are difficult things. Shaving might give you a little bit of happiness, and I completely get it. It does to me as well. But my friend, get the help, especially right now, the month of November, right? Which is why I've kept the goatee. Um, get the help that you need because that will be the bigger fix. Now, talking about budgeting, see, we men, we like to buy stuff. Um, we all like to buy stuff, right? But then before you know it, once shaving becomes a hobby, you start spending a lot more. So, my suggestion, if you can, and again, budget is yours, how much you earn is yours. I am nobody to say, but it would help if you can keep a monthly budget and try and stick to it. Don't go beyond. What you could also do is you say, you know what, this month I didn't feel like buying anything. Great. Roll over the budget to the next month so that you can buy double the stuff, but your overall budget for the year remains the same. Number three, um, try to buy from stores on the web like Razor Company, Maggots, Razor Emporium. One of the key things is they carry things from multiple brands and they have a lower shipping threshold. Now, if you were to buy things directly from any particular company, let's say B&M, A&E, PAA, or Sterling, or whatever it is, you will probably have to buy multiple of their products to meet that particular shipping threshold. And you might end up buying things that you might not need. So if you buy from a company like Razor Company, which I think has a minimum shipping threshold of $35, you say, you know what, I buy one soap, I buy one splash, probably a pack of blades, and maybe one shaving brush or whatever it is, right? You hit that $35 thing and you pretty much bought exactly what you need rather than buy multiple soap splashes from any of the other websites just to meet that free shipping threshold. Next thing is, so your face is different, your technique to lather varies from person to person. How the shave soap feels on your skin, residual slickness, all of that can vary. Just because it works for somebody does not mean that it might work for somebody else as well. So, my suggestion is all of these websites that I went ahead and I talked about, many of them have samples. So, of all the nice brands. My suggestion is try the samples because you'll get a good feeling of how's the soap base and whether you like the base. Once you like the base, then you can go ahead and choose what scents you want depending upon the scent notes. Talking about scents, now if you're in the fragrance world, colognes world as well, where you have multiple colognes, there are, you like to go ahead and wear something different every day. In that particular situation, I think what might work better is don't buy too many soaps with a variety of scents. Because what you don't want happening is you don't want the scent of that to overpower the cologne that you're wearing. So, just a suggestion. And, a couple of last points. Number one is when you go to these websites, sign up for the mailing lists because then you will be told every time there is a sale and stuff like that, you will know. Bringing me to the topic of as far as possible, never pay full retail. Have the patience to wait for a sale. And there are multiple sales which come up 4th of July, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, Cyber Monday. There are multiple sales which will come up throughout the year. Every 2 or 3 months, there is a sale. My suggestion, if you can, is to try and hold on or hold off of buying when there is no sale. You'll save some money. And, you know, one of the things which I learned in this journey is buy once, cry once. What I mean by that is, let's say you're going to buy a razor, right? If you're buying a razor for 10 bucks or 15 bucks or 20 bucks, remember, you're going to get what you're paying for, right? You can't buy something for 15, 20 bucks and then compare the quality to something that costs 5x, 10x more. So, having said that, if shaving is something that you're going to use throughout your life, my suggestion is if you can buy something a slightly bit higher end of the same product line. For example, let us say you want to buy something like the Rockwell 6C, which is a cheaper version of the 6S. It's around half the cost. I would say if you can, spend the money and buy directly the best version that you can, because as long as you take care of your tool, it will last you for a very, very long time. Hence, buy once and cry once. So that's about my thoughts that I thought I'll share with you guys. And just keep in mind, if you're on this journey, or if you saw the video and you can relate to it and say, yeah, I have been down that road, that's okay, that's all right. I mean, it's not too late. I mean, if you're happy where you are, you have enough money, money doesn't matter, you're financially well off, this is a hobby and you want to spend a lot of it in terms of time and money into it, power to you. But in case if you're somebody who's been through that journey and has felt, hey, you know what, I think I spent a little bit too much, and then you see this video, don't beat yourself up over it. It's okay. It's about me trying to, if you were right here in front of me, I would say, I would probably come and give you a hug and say, hey, buddy, it's okay. As long as you realize some of the steps that I said that you also might have probably done, you can go ahead, you can take a step back now. It's better late than never, right? So that's about it, guys. I just thought just have a frank, open, heart to heart chat with you guys, and in terms of how my journey has been, in terms of some of the things that I would do differently if I were to start right now again. And in case if this helps you, if you're starting off the journey, I wish you all the best. You'll do great. Just work on your technique. It'll take a little bit of time, but you'll be glad that you spend the time perfecting it, because it's a skill you will use for the rest of your life. That's about it, guys. Thank you very much for sticking with me on this video, and I'll see you guys next week.